Richard, one potential issue is the transaction speed. Right. Once we get enough users, my algorithm will...
Wait, what? Users? No, hold on. Wait, let me call you back, dude. No. See,
what?
The thing is, why would you want actual users?
Because to make the coin useful?
No. If you have users, people start asking how many, and it'll never be enough. First, you have to compete with Stripe, then PayPal, then Visa. But if you have no practical use cases, you can say you have potential use cases. A sleeping giant, great team, promising future. No one's using Bitcoin, and yet it's top one. Now, forget the adoption. Go.
Right. So, yeah, I just thought the idea was to make an actual currency.
No. I don't want to buy some stuff with your money later. I want to buy a shitload of stuff with real money now. I want a Lambo. Vroom, vroom to the moon. DD. You know what that is?
Due diligence?
No. Decentralized dogs. That's the future.
I've been doing this for 3 weeks, so yeah, I'm sort of an expert.
What's going on, guys? It's K-Dub here with another episode of CryptoZombie. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having an awesome day today. Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies having a beautiful day in the market. Lots of the altcoins having massive pumps. We have Cardano up, Synthetics up. We have Chainlink and VeChain hitting all-time highs. We have these guys over here, whoever these guys are, pumping DOGECOIN to the moon. And not only are altcoins super exciting right now, but we finally have some big news to talk about for Bitcoin. Now, this might not look like a very impressive move for you, but we are actually breaking some key resistance for Bitcoin. Not only that, but we have some legacy resistance coming up, and I'm going to show you exactly where that level is. We could potentially break that even by this weekend, and you could be looking for an $11,000 Bitcoin sooner than later. We're not going to get ahead of ourselves, but I do want to talk about that. Not only do we need to go into that, but we also have gold absolutely skyrocketing. I'm going to get into this dominance chart in just a bit. And I also want to go into the fact that we have Bitcoin trading at a record volume in Argentina. So all of this news, altcoins pumping, Bitcoin breaking resistance, gold hitting a high that we haven't seen in like 9 years. What's going on? Is this the start of the next bull run? Well, that's what we're going to go into today. And if that sounds good to you, you know what to do. If you're not subscribed, definitely consider it. We do this every single day, and we give away a Ledger Nano S every single Monday. Now, let's dive in and have a look. Now, you can see right here on the daily chart. Now, this is over on Bitstamp. You can see we basically have this support that's been supported since, essentially, we had this dip down here when we tried to break below it around the 10th of May. And ever since then, it's held very nice support. We had this resistance coming down, and finally, it looks like we're trying to break out of this level. Now, you can see also, if we switch it over to the descending channel, we've also broken out of this as far as the solid candles are concerned. Now, keep in mind, this is only on the 4-hour. We have to close a nice, solid daily candle above this level, and then the next resistance would be around the 9,800. But having a look over here at what the, I think it was ShotBot or something like that over on Reddit, basically they're saying if you look at conventional labeling of Wyckoff reaccumulation trading range, this does look like Bitcoin could be setting up for a massive pump. Now you can see right here, we have this range right here, and if we actually break that channel over into this is basically, I don't really study Wyckoff, I'm gonna be totally honest with you guys, but having a look right here, you can see you have the creek, jump to the creek, resistance, second resistance, and then boom, and you can see right here, this is actually looking for a potential pump above 11,000, maybe even up to the $11,800 level, which if we go over to the CME futures chart, we do have a gap up at around $11,800. And not only that, but you can see that we did have our resistance here, right here, right here. And zooming in right now, keep in mind on the 4-hour, we are actually breaking above that right now on the CME futures. And I want to point out that on the lower time frame, we have all three of the major moving averages, the 50, the 100, and the 200, all starting to curve up. Can you guys see how this is starting to bottom out? And it looks like it's actually starting to curve up right now. So this could be signaling the beginning of something very massive, and this could just potentially be the tip of the iceberg. Now, let's look at the legacy chart. Let's zoom all the way out. We got to keep our perspective realistic here. Having a look at the weekly, you could see that when we did have the all-time high up here, now we did close that candle at around 19,000, even though, yes, we did go up to 20K. And if we come down here, we notice that we did recently have a touch right here, which was right around sort of the $10,000 level. So the level that you need to really have Bitcoin break above to break this ridiculous downtrend that we've had for quite some time is around the $9,800. And if we can get above 10,500, well, then it might just be blue skies for Bitcoin. And like I told you guys, we were having very tight Bollinger Bands looking for a massive move. We still haven't had that move yet. I think it could be coming. And having a look at what we're doing right here, where we sort of dipped below the bands and then jutted above it when we did have a very small, small volatility. We did that right back here, kind of around the end of April, leading into the beginning of May, where we did have that massive pump all the way up to $10,500. Oh, and not to mention, guys, gold is also pumping. Gold is having pretty much the highest levels that we've seen since 9 years ago. So gold is pumping, Bitcoin's having a breakout, altcoins are going absolutely bananas. Peter Schiff says, hey, gold has broke above the $1,800 level, but it's not really gold going up, it's the dollar going down. The Fed can't print trillions of new dollars without existing dollars losing purchasing power. Therefore, more dollars are needed to buy gold. Soon, more dollars will be needed to buy everything. But what about Bitcoin? Well, Vendelay over here says, the best is yet to come, Peter. Bitcoin is the new gold. Peter Schiff says, no, Bitcoin is the exception. You will be able to buy more Bitcoin with dollars. You will also be able to buy less gold with Bitcoin. He seems to think that Bitcoin is not going to be able to keep up with gold's trend. He says Bitcoin is the new fool's gold. Gold is the new gold. What do you guys think about that? Is Bitcoin fool's gold? Well, I think Peter is probably in for yet another rude awakening. And I also want to point out what Max Bronstein said. He works on the institutional coverage team at Coinbase, and he says that fireworks are coming, okay, to the global currency market. But he also says that we're going to see a major spike in volatility of the currencies, which will lead potentially to Bitcoin price increasing. To quote him specifically, he says a lot has been said on Bitcoin's performance during bouts of equity and volatility, but not as much on how Bitcoin would perform during bouts of FX currency volatility. With global currency volumes off historic lows and a huge wave of new debt, fireworks are coming to the currency market. So is this going to all have one crazy trickle-down effect? Is it all going to potentially be beneficial for Bitcoin? Is Bitcoin going to be able to actually break above this resistance, or are we just going to end up going sideways and have it be boring for quite some time? Well, guys, if you actually haven't checked out over at Prime XBT, I've talked about them a few times on the channel. If you are bored with Bitcoin, you can actually trade a lot of different markets. For example, obviously you can trade Bitcoin using Bitcoin, but you can also trade different cryptocurrencies. They have Litecoin, XRP, Ethereum. You can do Forex. If you guys want to do Forex, Forex can be a little bit crazy. You're trading very, very small margins, but you can trade that as well. You can also trade commodities like gold, crude oil, gas. You can also do indices like over at you have NASDAQ, S&P, and the cool thing is you can literally do all of this with Bitcoin. So you just have to deposit Bitcoin and you could do all that trading. So check it out, guys. Obviously, I do have a link below. If you do use the link, you are helping to support the channel. You don't have to, but I just wanted to throw that out there. Lots of people saying Bitcoin is boring. If you're not into altcoin trading, well, you can also trade, not only cryptocurrencies, but you can do Forex, commodities, and indexes as well. So check that out, guys, if you are interested. But getting back to Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, could this simply be the tip of the iceberg? Well, according to Steven Stonberg, he's the COO and CFO at Bittrex Global. He says, in the Bitcoin market, there is an increased institutional acceptance and awareness of the asset class, which should bode well for long-term price appreciation. He says, we've seen prominent organizations and figures such as Paul Tudor Jones, right? We have JP Morgan, Fidelity, which are publicly involved in the market. He says this is just the tip of the iceberg. Also, speaking of Bittrex, you have the founder and CEO, Bill Shahara. He actually recently joined the board of directors over at StormX. According to this announcement, the addition of him to the board comes after he invested an undisclosed sum into the company's last equity round. Now, if you guys don't know what StormX is, basically they have a shop that gives you guys rewards. There's 500 different partners. They have eBay, Microsoft, Walmart, Target, Samsung, GameStop. Actually, you can just come over here to their website and check it out. Yeah, you can also download the mobile app as well. But yeah, so basically the thing that they point out is you can get 87.5% crypto back as a rewards member. One of the coolest things that I like is I actually do a lot of shopping on eBay, and if you use them over at eBay, you can actually look to get a potential 21% reward on that as well. So definitely check it out. It's down. You can download it right now, literally at the App Store. But once again, guys, more adoption. These are just the things, like I said yesterday. Also, we were seeing with the unstoppable domains and the DChat. Okay, these are all things that are just going to make it better for the public. And some people, you know, we had spoke about the connection of Bitcoin Lightning to bank accounts yesterday. But yeah, I mean, guys, these are all things that are going to just make it that much easier for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And of course, these guys making videos is going to help as well. But I did just want to end on this note. We had the previous record on exchange volume in Argentine peso, which happened in March, which was around 69 million ARS traded on local Bitcoins. Well, this week, we had over 96 million, which is an increase in almost 40,000% compared to the previous record of a couple of months ago. Now, I know what you guys are saying. The ARS had just reached its absolute lowest value ever to the US dollar. So the value is falling, which is why we're seeing more volume. Well, not exactly, because according to this, you could see it was traded not only as a record in the peso, but also in Bitcoin. On local Bitcoins, they had the total Bitcoin traded. It was around 88 Bitcoin, which was a volume that we haven't seen since November of 2016, when Bitcoin was worth only about $700. So if that doesn't get you bullish on Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, I don't know what does. Are we going to have a fake out? Are we just going to get rejected? It is possible, but I'm feeling pretty excited, guys. I mean, you got gold pumping. You have Bitcoin dominance kind of falling, which is showing you that the altcoins are starting to sort of have that luster again, which, you know, obviously you're seeing, you know, these kids come in and pump DOGECOIN. So is this the new retail boom? Is this the start of the bull market? You guys let me know what you think about that in the comments below. But yeah, that's basically it for me today, guys. Keeping today's video super short and sweet. Thanks again for coming back to the channel. Hopefully we are getting started for a massive run. So get buckled in and get your moon boots ready. Or maybe we're just getting rejected and this was just another fake out pump to the upside. Really hope it's not. If it is, more chance to accumulate Bitcoin. If it's not, well, then to everyone that's been hodling, congratulations. It was all worth it, and you can get ready for the big move that I think we've all been waiting for. So that's it. Thanks again for coming back to the channel. My name's K-Dub. This is CryptoZombie. Until next time, stay crypto. And of course, peace out.